How you doing? This is Dan Sand, the CEO of Sitekick AI, and today I'm going to be showing you a walkthrough and overview of how you can use the Sitekick AI platform to generate landing pages, websites, and customize them with e-commerce, blog posts, and more. When you first complete the sign-up process, you're going to initially see the My Websites page. And on this page, you'll be able to create a new website or see the websites you currently have on your account. With the Lite plan, you have only one website that you can host at a time. With Basic, you have up to 3 websites that you can host at a time. And with the Pro plan, you can host up to 10 websites. First, you're going to go ahead and type in the name of your site. And then from there, you're going to go ahead and type in your URL if you have one. If you do not have one, no worries. You can click on the checkbox here that says, I don't have a domain yet. And once you've done that, you're going to go ahead and click Create Website. And once you click Create Website, it's going to load for a few seconds as everything processes because it's creating an SSL certificate for your site and a URL link. Once you've created your site, you'll now be able to customize your site through the site editor as well as configure your domain settings. To configure your domain settings, you're going to want to go to where it says Domain Config. This is extremely important because if you do not set up this A record and your DNS settings of your domain provider such as GoDaddy, Namecheap, etc., then your URL will not be displayed properly and you will not be able to access the site editor. So this is an extremely important step. First, you're going to want to make sure that if you had this URL before associated with a previous website, that you delete any associated A records or CNAME records attached to that URL. And then after that, you're going to go ahead and add this new A record. If you just got this URL and it's new, you don't have to worry about deleting anything. Just simply add this A record to your DNS records of your site. Once that's added, it'll propagate within about 30 minutes to an hour, often less than that, and you will then be able to access the site editor and see your live site at any time. After clicking Site Editor, you'll be on the landing page generator. Here, you can create an initial homepage for your site by choosing a template, typing in a business name, a business description, and your industry. In this case, I'm typing in a description for a consulting business called Silicon Valley Consulting that helps AI, SaaS, and IoT businesses scale to 8 figures and beyond. Once you've typed in a description, industry, selected a template, you can generate the landing page. As you can see here, if you try to generate a landing page without selecting template, you will not be able to proceed. This is a very important step, so be sure to pick the correct template that corresponds with the type of homepage that you're trying to create. Then click Generate Landing Page. After you click Generate Landing Page, our AI will immediately get to work, starting by creating content for your website, such as copy, AI-generated super realistic images, and formatting that with your template, as well as all the information that you provided to create an initial homepage that matches exactly what you're seeking. After a couple of minutes, this will go ahead and propagate into a homepage. Be sure to let the progress bar load. You can feel free to do something else in the meantime, such as plan out what you're going to do next on your site, or get your domain settings set up on a separate site while you wait for it to load. After your website is generated, you're going to see a brief loading screen, and then voila, your brand new AI-generated homepage. As you can see here, it has all the copy, images, all created with our AI. Now, as you can see here, there are different areas and ways you can customize, such as your logo. You can also remove this if you'd like, change it, do whatever you want. You can also go and you can change the copy. You can change the different aspects of the design. As you can see here, there's already a lot of layers built in for you. You have testimonials, you have the contact form, everything you need already on one page, on your home page. Book a meeting button. And from here, you can also start creating other pages. To do that, you click over here and click on Return to Site Editor. After returning to your site editor, you're going to see different tabs here on the left-hand side that represents the different components of your website that you can customize on the front and the back end. To create a new page, go to your Pages section. Here you'll be able to see all your pages. You'll be able to add a new page from scratch, or you can go to our page generator, which is also an AI generator that generates other pages outside of your home page, such as About Us, Contact Us, FAQ, and more. Just like the other generator, you type in the business name, description, industry, and click Generate Page. There are other components you can edit as well, such as e-commerce. In order to edit your e-commerce settings, click over on the left-hand side to where it says e-commerce. Once you click e-commerce, you're going to see a few different options. First of all, you're going to want to click e-commerce itself. to take you to the main e-commerce setup page. If you don't already have a store, you'll see this page. If you have a business, you can click that. If you're already selling, you can click that. If you're just starting, you can click that as well. Simply continue through the e-commerce guided walkthrough in order to set up your initial store. Follow the prompts on the screen, describing your business, describing your industry, and after that, you're able to choose or create a new template for your e-commerce store. And it's as simple as that. You can get your e-commerce store up and ready to go within just a few minutes. On the Payments tab, you'll see different categories in relation to your e-commerce store. This is primarily in relation to setting up payment processing for your store. Whether you use Stripe, PayPal, or any other payment processor, you can go ahead and set that up right here on Payments. Here, you also have a Products tab. This tab simply refers to the products in your e-commerce store. Now, you'll see a bunch of other sub-tabs underneath here. All this basically represents are your products that you can add, your different brands, categories on those products, the attributes. These are all different ways that you can organize your e-commerce store. You can also see your reviews. You can import product data, such as SKUs and other things in a spreadsheet that you have saved. You can also export that data in case you want to move it to a different e-commerce platform that you can also still link and connect with your Sitekick site. You can also look at your product's analytics, product stats, variation stats, category stats, coupon stats to see which coupons are being used, how many, and when, taxes, etc. So up here, you'll see posts. This just simply refers to the blog post that you can create in your content management system for your site. You can view all your posts here, add a new post, create categories, and create tags, just as you would with any other CMS system. Here, you have media. On the media tab, you're able to click here and look at the different media that's available, which specifically is, in this case, images, videos, any and all media related to your site. You can upload images here. You have the AI generated images that our platform created for you. You can add a media file here, okay? Pages, I showed this to you earlier. Comments is simply referring to comments that are made on your blog post or any post that you put via your CMS system. For example, when you click here, you'll see an example comment. Any comments made on your site will show up here. Under comments, you'll see contact forms where you can gather potential prospect emails, names, and information on your site at any time. You can do this by clicking on where it says contact forms. You can create a form with just a couple clicks to gather emails and customer info, as well as a pop-up using our pre-made template that you can then customize from there. When it comes to looking at your website's analytics, it's important to understand the analytics section contains two different core elements. Analytics around your e-commerce store, and on the bottom here, you can see Google Analytics, which is analytics in regards to your website traffic. Here, you can easily set this up by including your Google Analytics tracking number, choose your settings, and save changes and update. Once this is complete, you will then be able to track all analytics. Underneath settings, you'll see privacy. Privacy, in this case, is referring to the cookie setup on your website. You may be wondering, what are cookies? Cookies are these pop-ups you've seen probably before when you go onto a website where it asks if you accept or deny cookies. Cookies track data around visitors, and you can adjust these privacy settings here. So, for example, if you want to turn on cookies that pop up on your site, which is also important, of course, if you want to run ads or if you want to be able to retarget visitors who visit your website, and I'd recommend you set this up. You can update the message as shows, such as we use cookies to ensure that we give the best experience on our website, etc. Okay, you can adjust your cookie settings here. You can even adjust the design of your cookie banner form that shows up and pops up when someone visits your site. Click some here, save changes, and boom, you now have cookie set up, ready to rock and roll, just like that. And lastly here, we have the SEO tab. SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. This is very important and determines how well your website shows up on Google Search, Bing, and other search engines for specific search words and key phrases. Now, automatically, you're going to have a good SEO structure put in place by using the Sitekick AI platform. However, if you want to further customize your SEO settings to ensure you have better rankings, you can go here and you can customize everything via our Yoast SEO integration. When you click the Settings tab on the left-hand side, you're going to see some back-end settings for your website, such as your site title, tagline, site icon, etc. under General. You'll also see under Writing how you want your posts to show. These are your blog posts. Right? Do you want to have a category for your post? Do you want to have a default format such as standard? Or do you want to have, for example, a different format such as images for your post, videos for your post, gallery images for your posts? So you can change all those settings in Writing. In Reading, you're going to be able to change how your website displays. If you have a blog site, for example, you can have your main page be your latest post. So it's always updated with whatever new blog posts you put up. You can also make your main page a static page that you could change at any time, and you could change your post page at any time. Just be sure anytime you update these settings that you click Save Changes. Discussion is simply settings around how people can put and leave comments on your blog post and on your site, and also how you are notified about those comments and moderate them, as well as how people show up when they comment with avatars as well. You also have here media, which again goes back to the different types of media that you have in your site, but in this case, when you click media, you'll see media settings that allow you to adjust how your media on your blog posts show. Thumbnail size, okay, image sizes, duplicate page settings. These are settings so that when you have a duplicate page, you can see how it shows and also how it's going to duplicate. What will it duplicate when you duplicate a page? Do you want to duplicate it with the author, the shop manager, etc.? All important things to keep in mind. Permalinks are simply the website links that you have. You can update these and change these in different structures, including a custom structure if you'd like. Now, this is for the subdomains. If you want to change your main link overall, you can do that through your domain provider such as GoDaddy and then link that via the domain config we showed you earlier. And then Gtranslate, this is used for translation on your website. If you want to translate your website, you can translate to dozens and dozens of different languages at any time, and even have settings so that in different countries, your website shows in different languages, ensuring that you can have a global presence with your site from day one. Now, if you're wondering where you can go to go back to the design editor, you're going to simply go over here where it says design editor under appearance, and you're going to look for the page you want to edit, click on edit. Keep in mind, you can also go to the pages tab on the side to do this, but this is the simplest way. Go to edit, click on that, and then once you've clicked on that, you'll see here, edit with design editor, and that'll take you right back. Simple as that. You can do this for any page at any time. And that concludes the Sitekick AI platform walkthrough. I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough, and keep in mind, if you ever need support, you can reach us 24/7 at support@sitekick.ai. That's support@sitekick.ai for email, or through live chat on our website anytime, anywhere. Shoot us a message. I look forward to seeing you create your beautiful website with Sitekick AI and hearing your feedback. Thank you again for choosing Sitekick. Have a great day.